Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Michaela and I'm going to do today new shorts, new leggings. This time there will be leggings. The next ones there will be shorts. So a new pair of leggings. I will be making them in dual colors. And what they will have actually special, they will have a ruched back, and as well they would have band in front to ruche them in front and to create a beautiful V shape. So I've got already my pieces cut. This project is so easy and so fun, and I can't wait to do these beautiful leggings. So I've got the my pieces cut, and the small curve, this is my front side, so this is in between the legs and the front side, and the long curve, it's on the back between the bum. So just for you to have an idea, the longer usually is the back and the shorter is the front. But if you don't know, I recommend you to mark. So what I'm going to do first, I'm actually going to place, because the two pieces are the same, so I'm going to place the other piece on top of it, of the other, and I'm going to pin in this little curve. I'm going to pin these two curves, and I always recommend, in case you have a very slippery fabric, I recommend you doing a basting stitch, which is basically just a straight stitch with the highest stitch length. In this moment, my fabric is actually not slippery at all, so I'm pinning it. I will be going ahead straight to my serger. If you don't have a serger, I recommend you to use a zigzag stitch on your normal sew machine. So I've got here my serger ready, and I'm going straight ahead, and I will be serging it. And I actually recommend you, if you have a cover stitch, you can actually top stitch the front piece. So the front stitch, which I just did, can be top stitched, or if not, you can as well use your normal sew machine and do a zigzag stitch over. This is actually usually more than necessary. Well, it's not really necessary, it's optional, so it's more decorative stitch. But since I do have a cover stitch, I will go ahead and I will be doing a top stitch over my front side, and then I will show you, because we will be ruching the back side. So I'm going to show you how we should ruche the back side. So now I've top stitched my front center seam, as you can see, and I will go ahead, and this is my back piece, and we will be actually ruching it using the elastic. Please remember that this is a pattern which is made to have the ruching in the back. So actually, if you choose not to, most likely the pattern will not sit the same. So I will place my elastic on top, and what I'll be using, it actually, it's a straight stitch. You can either use a straight stitch or a zigzag stitch. It's really up to you, but I'm used already to ruche it with a straight stitch. And what I'm doing, I'm pulling the elastic as much as I want, and with the other hand, I'm guiding the fabric. And look how beautiful it's ruching already. Like, I'm so excited. So I'm stopping here about 3-4 centimeters away from the end, because I don't want that it's really all the way until the end ruched. And this is the final result. Looks really nice. And of course, because I don't want it to be stretched when worn, I will go ahead one more time, and I will be placing this band I have, and this is not a stretchy band. So I'm going to fold this end in two like this, and I'm going to place it over my elastic side, and the same I'm going to do a straight stitch one more time over this band and over the ruched piece. So I'm going to fold this end like this. Okay. So adding this non-stretchy part, you see it's not stretching anymore my ruching. So the ruching will actually stay in place. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to pin. Like I told you, it's a really fun and fast project. So I'm going to pin the leg openings, and I'm matching I start matching my seam together, and I will be pinning it all along, and I will be serging it all along. And the same, if you do have a cover stitch, and if you wish to do a top stitch, you can always do, but I'm going to tell you from now that it's a little bit tricky. And what I usually do, I start from the center and I go down towards the leg, because of course if I start from down, you have to go in a very, very small area. Nevertheless, I will be serging the leg openings, and I will be top stitching it as well. So you do not have to add elastic for this step. And once I'm done, I will come back and I will show you the next steps on how to add the band. So I've serged and I've top stitched my leg openings. So my bottoms are almost ready. Look at this. And now I go ahead and I'm preparing my waistband. So the V-shaped waistband is actually the side, the back, and the normal straight waistband, it's actually the front. Additionally, I cut this little piece of mesh. It's offering a little bit better support, so it's quite useful for tummy control. And I will be actually bust stitching it all along to connect it, kind of like to shadow it with my front and back piece. And once I'm done, I will be placing the front band piece on top of the back band piece. So I already did the front piece, and now I will be doing with you the back piece. And I actually placed the mesh. I've placed it on the wrong side of my fabric. So I'm going to show you just one side how I'm doing the bust stitch, and I create this little cuts into it, so it allowed stretch. So it's practically just a straight stitch, the highest stitch length. And now I go ahead and I make these little cuts into it. So actually the bust stitch should be removed, or you should make this kind of cuts into it so it allows the fabric to stretch. Perfect. Now I'm going ahead and I will be doing it the rest of my back piece, and now I'm going to show you how I connect my front and backs, because there is an inner side and an outer side for each. So now I have my outer pieces with the mesh. Like I repeat, this is just optional. You do not have to add it. I prefer to add it. So since I'm adding it anyways, I've shown it to you how to do it. And I went on the front outer piece, and I went and I made these little these little dots. This is my this will be my center for later. I will use it when I will be creating the channel strap to introduce the strap, the spaghetti strap. So now what I'm practically doing, I'm placing the front piece on top of the back piece. I will be pinning the sides, and afterwards I will go and serge it like this, and I'll repeat for the inner inner pieces, front and back, the same. I'm going to pin, and then I'm going to serge. So I have my my waistbands already serged, the sides, and next what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the inner waistband on the right side of the fabric, and I'll be introducing it into my outer waistband, matching the right sides together. The same, I will be pinning. I'm starting at the seam always, so I'm pinning all along the upper part. We will be doing just the upper part, so I'm pinning all along the upper part, and afterwards I will be serging, and I will be adding elastic in the same time. For elastic, I always say it's actually just optional, but I always recommend it. It's bringing more stability in your piece, but it's always your decision if you want to add elastic or not. So I prefer to do it. So I'm placing it like this on top, and I will be showing you. I do have an elastic guide. So I'm placing it underneath. And I go all along the upper part. As well, I want to show you how I'm doing my spaghetti strap. I just fold it in two, just like that. And in this case, I will not add elastic, as it only has a ruching to do, so it creates no support with or without elastic. if you don't have a serger, please do this step with your zigzag stitch at your normal sew machine. And next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my spaghetti strap on the right side of the fabric. I'm using a loop turner. If you don't have a loop turner, I recommend you to use a safety pin. It's a little bit slower, but it does the job. And yeah, the loop turner is actually so much easier. So here it is, my spaghetti strap. And now I'm going to show you how I will be creating the channel. So next thing to do, I will be turning the waistband on the right side of the fabric. And the same, once again, I'm going to be pinning this time on the lower part of the band. So I'm pinning, but this time I don't go ahead and serge it. If not, I will be doing a bust stitch, and I will be explaining you right now why. So I want to secure all the fabrics together because this is easier on how to create the strap channel. So I'm fixing all the fabrics together, the 2 layers plus the mesh. Once I'm done, I will go ahead and practically do a straight stitch like that along the little dots I've done, and another 2 parallel lines, and this way I've created my 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 strap channel. But first I'm going to do the basting stitch, and then I will be showing you how to create a strap channel. I did the basting stitch now. I did also the little cuts. I realized I just did it on one side. I'm so sorry. I'll be quickly doing them right now. Here it is. Okay, so on the right side I've marked these little dots, and I've set up my stitch on a little bit lower stitch length, and I will be making sure that I'm starting from the top. So I'll be placing my fabric underneath, like this, and I just go straight over. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and do 2 parallel stitches, 1 on each side, about 1 centimeter distance. So about this much of distance. And on the other side as well. So the strap channel is already created, and next what I'm going to do, I'm going to seam rip the upper So actually this is actually very, very easy. I just introduce my thread snipper, and I just cut through the threads on the inside like this. And next here I'm going to seam rip this little opening, so I can introduce, of course, my my strap. Okay, next what we are going to do, we are going to introduce the strap on the inside. So you can imagine, if you don't have a loop turner, you can always use a safety pin, and I've placed it like this, and I pull it through, and then I go on the other side, and I make sure that I'm actually going through the needed layers. I'm not sure I got it right. I will tell you in a minute. No. So yeah, in the on this side it's a little bit tricky, because you will have to find the little hole in between the two mesh layers. So I'm trying to find my other mesh like this. Sorry, it will actually be just one. Now I got it, but I need to get it through. So when I cannot find the little opening, what I do, I'm actually placing the I'm placing the seam ripper. I place it, and this helps to find the way correctly. Okay, so I'm pulling it through on the other side, and this is my upper part, like this, and this will be my lower part. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pull each strap and in order to secure it, I will be doing a straight stitch over on the ends like this. So I'm going to pull it as much as I can like this, and I will be doing a straight stitch underneath. I go ahead and I trim the excess, and as well I'm dividing my strap in two, so then it will be ruching like this. Really cute. And now I will have it like that, stretched. So I'm going to introduce right now the band inside of my leggings. And I start, and I will be showing you, I will be starting with my back piece. And why is that? Because the back piece has this little V shape. So I will be placing, this is the right side of my this is the right side of my band, so I'll be placing it on top of the right side of the leggings, and I will stitch starting with one side. So I'll be leaving tiny bit, like maybe less than half centimeters I'm leaving from the edge, and I'm pinning like this, and I will be first doing a straight stitch over. So I'm creating the V first with my with my normal sew machine like this. So I'm placing it underneath, and I just do a few stitches to get it started. Like this. And now I will be turning my fabric on the other direction like this, and I will repeat the same steps I did, but from up till down, or I actually will be turning it on the other side so it's easier for me to keep creating the V. So I make sure that I don't have any fabrics, any more layers of fabric in between than I need. And the same, I just did a few stitches, and now, so you see now there is a V shape created, and now I will be going ahead and I will be pinning all around. Remember that your waistband is slightly smaller than your bottoms, so you'll have to be stretching a little bit your waistband when adding the bottoms. So I'll be doing this off camera. I'm practically going all in a circle. Once I've pinned, I will be showing you how it looks, the final part. So I marked everything on my on my band with my leggings. And actually a very important thing which I actually didn't tell you, I've marked the center of my center front seam with the center for my leggings to ruche. And with this I went ahead and I've pinned all the rest, because my center of my back was already marked. So now I'm going to serge it, and I will be starting it from my back piece, and I'm serging on my I will be serging it on my with the facing the band facing over. Why? Because in this way I can keep pulling the fabric whilst I'm stitching. So as you see, I'm pulling with one hand and guiding with another, and I keep checking that I don't have more layers of fabric underneath. And on this part, I will be making sure that everything is really stretched and the center is matching with the center seam. Oh. Almost the end. And this is your final result. Looking so beautiful. And look at this beautiful ruched back. Got here a tiny thread which I'm going to remove. Looks absolutely amazing. So next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to top stitch this part. Like I said, this is just optional, and I'm going to fold into my the end side of my bottoms, right, in the lower part. I'll be folding it in two, and I will be going ahead. I will be showing you just one side. So I'm folding it on the inside like this, and I will be leaving about 1.5 centimeters away from the edge, and I will be placing it underneath, and I will be going all in a circle, top stitching it. So you can do this step with your normal sewing machine using a zigzag stitch. Top stitching brings of course a more professional look. So I'm going to cut this little thread here. Okay, so I've done this on one side. Now I'll go ahead and I will be doing it on the other leg, and of course the upper part of my bottoms. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Happy sewing!